Hello and welcome to the motion tracking tutorial. You should have two assets found in the video description. Choose the longboarding one, drag it to make new composition. Then you should have this clip of this guy going really fast on a longboard. And what we're going to do for this tutorial is track his helmet. If you move over to the right hand side, you should find tracker and then choose track motion. This will pop in the cross with little squares around it, which is the tracker. Zoom in and you can adjust the areas in which you want to track by moving them like this. But if you want to move the whole track point, click in between the two squares and drag it. Choose an area of high contrast, such as the helmet, which is what we're going to track, contrasting from the object and the background. And once you are happy with that, choose Analyze Forward. And this will track that, and you can see it's doing a pretty good job of it. Although when we get to this next corner, it's probably going to not be able to track the helmet well, which is where we'll have to do the fine tuning. But you'll see here, notice it's jumped across the t-shirt. So we're going to slide the current time indicator back a little bit. Now we're going to do it frame by frame for a few bits, and then we'll go back to analyzing forward. As you can see, tracking forward, and we might have to manually adjust here. Just drag it back up to the original spot, and then frame by frame as we go. Let's fast forward a little bit. Alright, that should be good now. We can analyze forward again. That'll be completely tracked. Perfect. So now what we need to do is apply that tracking to something. So what we're going to do is create a new null object, which will be like a placeholder. And hit Edit Target, and then choose the null object, and then choose Apply. This will allow the null object to move with that motion tracking that we've just done. But no good just tracking an invisible object. We want to apply something to that invisible object. If you grab that arrow, which came with the video description, drag it into your timeline, then use the parent and lick option, which looks like an upside down @ symbol. Drag it to the null object. You'll notice that it now tracks the null object, which is tracking the helmet. And that is really, really simple motion tracking. You could adjust the position of the arrow. Maybe you wanted to make it a little bit closer because it's sort of floating off to the side. Just click down through transform, you can change the anchor point, and that will adjust it, and it will move relative to the tracking.